We're talking today to Peretz Shapiro, who is the Executive Director of Taurian Resources. Now, the company has just announced a strategic investment in Bullion FX, which is a cryptocurrency company with a gold-backed cryptocurrency. Now, Peretz, this is an unusual development for a gold company. Why would a gold company like Taurian take an equity position in a cryptocurrency business and vice versa?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me on, Tim. I guess to briefly, Bullion FX's crypto is not the usual cryptocurrency, which is backed by nothing and just the forces of supply and demand. The cryptocurrency which Bullion are developing is one which is backed by a physical gram of gold. One coin of their currency is backed by a physical gram of gold. We believe that the future of gold lies in this. The future of gold, the future utility of gold, the future value of gold lies in the fact that it can be digitized. And as such, as a gold company, we want to stay at the forefront of our industry, and we want to give our shareholders exposure to what we believe is what's going to drive the future of the gold industry as a whole.
Peretz, so if Taurian Resources is to become a shareholder of Bullion FX, what's their business model and where's the upside for them?
Yeah, so the way Bullion FX makes its money is they issue tokens which are backed by a physical gram of gold. So you go onto their website, you buy a token. As soon as you buy that token, Bullion FX goes and buys a gram of gold to back that token up. When that token is then transacted, whether it's on a secondary market, it's converted into cash, or it's sold, Bullion FX charges a 12 basis points fee. So it's a transaction fee or a brokerage fee, and that's the fee that flows into the Bullion FX company, and we are taking a stake in that business. So just to elaborate a little bit further on that, essentially their business is based obviously on transaction volume. If you look at a coin called Tether, which is essentially a crypto coin which is backed by the US dollar, that does 500% of its market cap every day. So that's got incredible velocity. If we were to do only 5% of the market cap of Bullion FX every day, we still consider that to be quite significant. And we believe that as this takes off and the future of gold plays out in this space, there'll be significant earnings to come of that.
Peretz, now, Taurian Resources will take an equity position in Bullion FX. Who are the people behind this cryptocurrency business?
Sure. So people behind Bullion FX, Stephen Moss is the co-founder and CEO. Stephen, prior to founding Bullion FX, he co-founded Australia's first cryptocurrency vault and BDO blockchain. So he's quite well experienced and embedded within the crypto community, both locally in Australia and overseas. There's some other co-founders as well, but I want to touch on a couple of people on the advisory board specifically. There's Matthias Gronenbach. Not sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he was previously one of Ethereum's founding members and global operations manager at Ethereum. We also have Mark Boris, who's a very well-known business person here in Australia, who sits on the advisory board of Bullion FX, the founder and chairman of Wizard Home Loans and Yellow Brick Road. So a number of pretty senior people, both from the cryptocurrency side of the market and also the traditional corporate finance part of the market as well. So we very much believe in the management of Bullion FX, and that's why we've chosen them as partners in this venture.
A gold-backed cryptocurrency makes sense as a store of wealth and both as a method of transacting online. Why would a crypto business like Bullion FX approach Taurian and want to do a deal of this nature?
Yeah, so it's a great question. There are a couple of facets here. Number one, again, Bullion FX are essentially within our industry. They're in the gold industry. And to boost their expertise in the gold industry, they're looking for those people that are familiar with the industry, are involved in gold companies. So that's a simple reason why we've joined them, and we'll be joining their advisory board as well. But taking that a step further, Taurian, we're very serious about our prospects out at Mount Sterling, and we want to be producing gold out there one day. So Bullion FX sees us potentially as a channel through which they can purchase our gold. And finally, Bullion FX are looking at some other interesting products like tokenizing gold in the ground. So instead of having a crypto which is backed by a physical gram or gold sitting in a vault, perhaps you could have a crypto which is at a discount, which is backed by gold in the ground. And they're looking for people with knowledge and expertise in the gold industry to help develop that type of product. And we are very excited about the future of this product and what that means for the gold industry at large.
And Peretz, what are the transaction terms in terms of this transaction?
Yeah, so Torian will be investing $1 million into Bullion FX at 20 cents a share, and that corresponds to about 2.5% of their issued of their shares. In addition, we'll be receiving 10 million advisor options. So in total, we'll be taking about a 7% stake in Bullion FX. In exchange for that, Bullion FX will receive $1 million worth of Torian shares at the 5-day VWAP, which works out to be about 4.5 cents per share in Torian. However, Bullion FX's shares in Torian, the issuance of those shares is subject to what we've defined as a liquidity event, which means either Bullion FX lists the token at a minimum valuation of 50 cents. If we're buying it at 20 cents, at 50 cents, that's 1.5 times our initial investment. Alternatively, Bullion FX is taken over at a valuation of 50 cents and above. Until one of those two things happen, Bullion FX has actually, Torian will not issue shares to Bullion FX. Once the shares are issued, then both Bullion FX and Torian have voluntary escrow for 12 months. So we're seeing it as a really good deal. We're protecting ourselves on the downside in the event that Bullion FX as a business, whilst we do believe in them, we believe they're going to go great places. In the event that it does collapse, we protected ourselves by not having issued them shares. And we're also giving our shareholders exposure to the upside in the event, and we're really confident that Bullion FX will grow from strength to strength.
Peretz Shapiro, thanks for your time.